If you don't want Deltarune spoilers, get out. There's less than 24 hours before the new chapters get released, and I wrote a 20-page script predicting everything that will happen, and I do not have time to finish that video, so this is my last chance to get my theories out before the game comes out, and I am proven disastrously wrong. I do not have time to go through every piece of evidence, so if you aren't already deeply infected by Deltarune brainworms, I'm sorry, but you might not understand anything I'm talking about. If you want good research, go watch Andrew Cunningham. Here we go. Image_friend is going to be a shopkeeper who hangs out right here in the green room and is going to help you get the shadow mantle, purify your shadow crystals, hang out in the castle town afterwards, and help you find Des. Your Honor, I'd now like to present my 10 points of evidence. Here we go. Friend is a cat. We know this because of the new Spamton silence stuff. Pet 100 cats on this page, and you get jump scared by this guy who is, say it with me, image_friend. Except actually you're wrong, because actually it's named cat-009.gif. Checkmate liberals. Point 2. The green room. Weirdly empty space right here. Perfect spot for an NPC. Also, if this is a hub area, perfect place for a shop. We'll get to that. Point 3. Click on this spot on deltarune.com/ram and you get brought to this page, where this invisible thing that probably represents a shadow crystal is bouncing around. Click it and you're brought here. Hold down the left arrow on your keyboard and but shows up. Why does that matter? Because it means some weird rat-related shenanigans are happening in Chapter 3. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go watch this hour-long video by Molly Stars and then come back, because I'm not done. Point 4. If you don't click the shadow crystal and hang around here for a few seconds, these 2 lines of dialogue pop up, and you know who loves talking about crystals? Sham. You know what else Sham loves talking about? Shadow mantles. Sure seems like shadow mantle might be this blank space right here. And oh, what's this? Click on the space and you hear a sound. What's that sound called? MA.MP3. MA, the first 2 letters of mantle. Point 5. Sham is a cat and also a shopkeeper. Therefore, there is a legacy of cats and shopkeepers and shadow mantles. I will not be taking questions. Moving on. Point 6. Back to the green room. Sure is strange to have a mouse hanging up here, especially an actual mouse from Cyberworld. Strange indeed, unless you're a cat, in which case, of course you'd have a mouse hanging around, but also point 7, you might just have a mouse from the cyber world if you're buddy-buddy with Spamton, which I think we all know Mike is. And who is Mike, you might ask? Spamton's friend, image_friend, who is connected to the TV dark world. Boom. Okay, point 8. This bit from the trailer. This takes place in the castle town. How do I know? Boom! So, we got pink dots, we got yellow dots. Do you know what that makes me think of? Friend. But what's this? Oh hey, why is the life meter cat? Huh? That's right. Friend is, say it with me, a cat. And he fights you in the Switch version. And you know who else has a Switch exclusive boss fight in Undertale? Mad Mew Mew, who's also a cat. Next point. Number 9. This dialogue, which is labeled as being from Chapter 4. It's the only dialogue where the name of the speaker is censored out. Why don't you want us to know, Toby? What don't you want me to know? Why are you releasing Chapter 3 and 4 during my finals week? How come you release Chapter 2 during my orientation week? Do you have a vendetta against me? Do you? Well, I'm solving your whole shebang before it even comes out. I'm not even gonna be able to play it for like 2 weeks. So how do you like them apples, Mr. Fox? Okay, so the dialogue. It says to buy or not to buy. Well, that sure sounds like shopkeeper dialogue to me, but awfully strange to misspell buy like that, right? No, not if you're this guy from the secret Valentine's letter, who sure talks weird and strange and awfully Eggman-like. But I'm not here to imply that Mike, who is friend and a shopkeeper with the shadow mantle, is also our friend Eggman. Definitely not. That would be ridiculous, and I am not ridiculous. Finally, point 10, in this letter, the writer mentions wanting to help someone they have forgotten. Who would have been forgotten? Someone like Des, who may be drowned in the lake and is singing because she's into music and plays guitar? Whole different theory we don't have time for. Moving on. Your Honor, I believe, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that there will be a shopkeeper in this area of the green room who will be a cat and will have the face of a friend. I predict that this shopkeeper will know of Spamton, will be named Mike, and will hold the secret to getting the shadow mantle. I believe this Mike will also be in some way connected to the Weird Route, and that, after Chapter 3 is concluded, we'll move to Castletown, open a shop, and offer you a battle in the Switch 2 version. But if you will offer me a chance to go even further and theorize about which I have no evidence, I present to you this final point. Sham is a cat with no eyes or teeth, and Friend is eyes and teeth with no cat. Perhaps they were once one and the same? I have no idea what implication I am trying to make. My brain has turned to soup. Goodbye. By the way, it's been 3 years since my last video, and I am still in college, so don't expect another one. But if I do have ideas for Deltarune videos after my finals, I will try to make another one. Goodbye.